Welcome everyone to my channel again. My name is Christina Lisa and I'm a psychic medium, and I've been doing my work now for the past 18 years. And my focus is to help teach people how to become more psychic, pay attention to their signs that come to them, and establish a stronger connection to their guides, to source, to their angels, to be able to feel that they're not alone and that you have help all around you whenever you need it. Before we get started talking about if you are a psychic empath, just grab a cup of coffee with me, hang out. I got my coffee here, and this is Christina's Clairvoyant Cafe. So the first thing I want to talk about is, are you a psychic empath? And being empathic can be kind of like a curse and a blessing at the same time. Empathy, or feeling empathic, is when you are around other people and you pick up on their energy. So maybe you go to an event or you go to a friend's house, and before you get there, you're feeling fine, you're in a good mood, you can't wait to see everybody, you're really excited. And the minute you walk into the doorway, you change your energy. You start to become irritable, or you feel like you gotta leave. It just feels that simple. It's like, I want to turn around and get out of here. It could be overwhelming, it could be subtle, but these feelings of anxiety overwhelm us because we are picking up on our environment. Now, it could happen also when you go to the grocery store. You walk in the store, you're fine, you feel your energy's fine. Especially now during COVID times, you can feel this immense fear, frustration, anxiety as you walk into the store with all the people there, and you feel like you can't go on. You feel like you cannot do or focus on anything that you need to focus on because you're so anxiety ridden, and you can feel and pick up on people's fears, their emotions, their frustrations. It's like you're a psychic sponge. Now, having this empathic ability and feeling as though it's a curse, it can be a curse if you allow it to be. So if you allow yourself to succumb to that energy and you don't work on your boundaries, you're always going to feel like you're the victim. It's always attacking you. Being a psychic empath is really about picking up on others' emotions and feelings and needs, but it also has to be balanced out with boundaries. And having good boundaries is so important. If you have good boundaries, what you'll be able to do is go to concerts and sit in airplanes next to or close to other people, to go to a grocery store, go to places where there's festivals and lots of people gathering, and you're going to be able to kind of fit in there without feeling like you're a victim, without picking up on that energy. And it's all about boundaries. It's all about establishing a good boundary to protect yourself, so when you go into these places, you keep your energy and then you leave with your energy. Another example of being empathic, so my mom is super empathic. She's awesome. She can pick up on things unbelievably. So one time we were at a psychic fair and we're walking around, and there was this one booth that I wanted to talk to about hypnotherapy. So we stopped at this one booth and I'm talking to this person, and the man is sitting down behind the table. I'll never forget this. It was so incredible. He's sitting at the table And his arms are like underneath the table, and he's looking up at us, talking to us, standing there. And my mom like automatically started rubbing her arm, and she's rubbing her arm, and she's, ow, my arm is hurting, and she's rubbing it, and she's standing next to me, and she's really hurting, like it was really just, bothering her. So as I'm paying attention to her rubbing her arm and being uncomfortable, the man starts to stand up, and he has no arm. And here it was amputated, and the arm that she was rubbing on herself was the exact side or arm that he was missing. So she was empathically picking up on the phantom arm that was there. It was amazing, and it was really taught me a lot about how we pick up energy. Another example of this is I went to a health fair. I do a lot of fairs, and I spread the word about what we do. And I went to this health fair, and I walked around each table, and I like to introduce myself and like do some kind of networking. So went to this one table, and I shook the hand of the woman that was at the table and introduced myself. And then I went to shake the hand of the man that was next to her behind this table. And as I did, I had this immense pain right in my third eye. And it was so painful. It was like I had a steel rod or a dagger like going through like my eye to the back of my head. It was so painful that I remember holding my head like this and saying, "Hi, how you doing?" shaking his hand. Oh, it was tremendous amount of pain. So my friend was standing next to me, my long standing friend. I love her so much. She said, "Let's take a step back." So we took 10 steps back away from the table, away from this person, and the pain went away. And then we started to step forward again, like we were doing an experiment. So we're walking towards the man again, and the pain came back. So I attribute that pain not to, it's not that the person was evil or the person was vindictive or was attacking me in any way. I view it as this person was going through a really toxic phase in his life, something that was very painful maybe to him. It could be that he needed to release, he needed to forgive. There was a lot of negative energy around this person. And it wasn't about me saying, "Hey, you're toxic." It's not about me acting on it. It was one, to teach me that we can feel this energy and how it affects us. And the other thing that's very pertinent to this whole story is that we're meant to kind of give positive energy to people when we feel a lack of control, like when we feel as though we can't help them, because I never met this person before, and really, is he really going to listen to anything I have to say? And it was really about acknowledging what he's going through and to send him love and light and healing energy. So there are many times when we have dreams or something that happens that's catastrophic in the world, and it's not meant for you sometimes to jump in a plane and go to this place and actually save people or do something physically. A lot of times we're getting this information because we are meant to help from afar, send energy to the environment, to the people involved, to the negative forces, to disintegrate and obliterate the negativity that's surrounding the issue that's going on. So we can do so much from far away, you have no idea. It's just unbelievable how much power we have when we apply intention and focus and send our positive energy, positive light to a person or situation, each one of us, you make a difference. Each one of us can make that difference. So being empathic isn't always about feeling like it's attacking us. Being empathic is about understanding how we can do our part. How can we help in the situation? And it's really all about your energy, sending your energy of light and love, and helping to dissipate that toxicity that's going on with people or the situation. Another way that we are psychically empathic is when, say you have a friend, and this friend is in dire need of your help. Now, a lot of us have people that are like that. I need your help and I need it now. And you'll have people come to you with this fear, anxiety, this sense of neediness, right? So when they come to you and they're right in front of you, if you're empathic, what happens is you feel their energy, you feel it, and you feel their need. You feel their overwhelming anxiety, and you, being an empath, always want to help. You want to help, you want to solve the problem, you want to fix it for them, and you don't know how to do that in the moment. But if you don't have strong boundaries, what happens is you find yourself just saying yes to whatever they want. So they may ask you, to help out in a certain way, and you made yourself a promise maybe a week or two ago and said, I'm not going to get involved because every time I get involved, I get burnt, right? So I'm sure that you can see how this has happened in your life before. So it's really meant to teach you about your boundaries. So when you face this person and you're feeling that need and you need to help so desperately, take a moment and pull back. Before you say anything, just think about what is meant to be done here. Is it really important for you to act on it? Is it something that this person needs to work out for themselves? Have you given advice and information to this person multiple times of what they should do, and maybe they weren't doing it? And this is just another example of another time where they're not listening, or they just want you to put a Band-Aid on it. So that happens. People have a really hard time. Friends might have a really hard time facing a certain issue, and they want you to take it off their shoulders. And if you're the type of person, if you're a psychic empath, what happens is a lot of times you take it off their shoulders, and then you take it on to yourself, and you say, oh, why did I do that again? I did it again. And you kind of regret the whole action because you get stuck in the circus, right? So they say, like, it's not my circus, not my monkeys. So understand it's not hurting the other person, because sometimes when you go in and save people over and over again and you keep them from, you're actually keeping them from learning. So what you're doing is you're constantly helping them and kind of enabling, letting them kind of use you to fix everything for them, and they're never gonna learn how to do it on their own, and they have to learn the lesson. Or just something else will happen to them again and again and again to teach them, and they're not going to learn the lesson. So it makes us stronger, and it makes us more accountable, and it helps us, like, what if you're not around and they're going through a hard time, and what are they going to do? So you have to have strong boundaries so that it's not hurting them, you're actually helping them, if that makes sense. You'll find yourself that when you go and help this person over and over again, you find out that you give up something of you. So, like, maybe there's something that you needed to do, or something that needed your attention, and you had to sideline it because you had to help this person, because you felt their need for your help so badly, and then you walk away and you're like, I can't believe I did it again. So it's about having kind of self-respect for yourself, having a little bit of understanding that if you give too much of yourself and you keep giving, being empathic as you give and give and give, what you're going to do is you're going to deplete yourself. You're going to deplete yourself. You need to have time for you to recuperate, to replenish yourself. So sometimes we need to take alone time to recoup, to get grounded, to replenish ourselves. Sometimes we need meditation. Sometimes we need self-care, whether it is doing something that we love to do or doing something that is necessary in our lives to help make us feel more safe, more grounded. So boundaries aren't a bad thing. And I'm going to do another video on boundaries, specifically just on boundaries. But understand that boundaries are an intention. And once you set your intention that you are protecting yourself and you're paying attention to how you're feeling in certain situations and around certain people, and really lock down your energy and discern what is your energy and what is someone else's energy. So when you get in those situations and you're feeling overwhelmed and you're feeling upset or anxious, and you stop for a moment and you breathe and you say, this isn't coming from me because I was fine, I'm good. This is coming from around me, someone around me, or a situation going on where I'm picking up on that energy and it's affecting me. The minute that you look around and really figure out where that energy is coming from, then you don't own it. You release it from you, and it immediately gets you back into your space again. So you're looking at certain situations or certain people, and you're realizing that it's not you. It's not coming from you, it's coming from this energy, and that it's outside of you, and then it'll bring you back to your grounded, neutral space. Boundaries are so important. And again, to have strong boundaries doesn't mean that you're going to be cold or aloof or just mean. Having boundaries, you can be compassionate and have strong boundaries. You can be loving towards others and supportive and still have a strong sense of self and resilience and respect, self-respect. So I hope this helped you. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube videos. I'd love to see you come and check in again. I'm going to be working on some more videos for you, all about learning psychic ability, how to tap in. We're gonna learn so much, and I'm so blessed to have you attend my holistic center here once again. And please be safe and stay in love and light, and remember that you are always watched over, you are always blessed, and always supported by spirit. Thank you so much. Be well. Namaste.